I recreated Mario Kart Stadium from Mario Kart 8 in Minecraft, but reimagined. So far on my channel, I've been faithfully recreating Mario Kart tracks in Minecraft without altering them in any way. However, Mario Kart 8 has been out for over a decade now, and a lot of people who play Mario Kart probably know what many of the tracks look like by now. So I thought it'd make my videos more exciting if I recreated each track, but in a different theme for each video. For this track, Mario Kart Stadium, I changed the theme to focus on lucky cats and festivals. My goal was to transform the atmosphere while still keeping the original layout. Creating the track this way was much more enjoyable, so I could be a lot more creative in the building process. Plus, I didn't have to spend quite as long making sure everything was perfect, because I changed quite a few aspects of the track and added in some new sections. It was only really the road and stadium outline that had to be really accurate. Also, I have to say the obligatory please subscribe. You can keep up with all my new videos where I recreate things in Minecraft. Plus, if you have any ideas that you'd like to see in these new types of videos, leave a comment. I know one person asks if I could speak throughout the entire building process, instead of only speaking for some parts of the video. So, your wish is my command. I'll be talking until the very end of the time lapse. Also, something I get asked semi-frequently is whether these tracks can actually be raced on, and you can for this track. I had to make a separate version of the track to alter the layout of the road. This is because of the anti-gravity section. It needed adjusting by being made flatter. I did have to rely on some mods to make it work though for the racing part, but it is possible and something I'll do going forwards. When making this build, it was more difficult than I thought it would be. One reason was the colours I used in the track. Initially I used a lot of bold colours everywhere, like really bright yellows and blues. However, it ended up looking too cluttered. There was nowhere to visually focus on, everything kind of blended in together, so it was really important to only use bright colours to emphasise key parts of the build. The original track uses a lot of blue, red and light grey, whereas I went for a much warmer palette in the end, using mainly red, yellow and dark grey. Originally though, I was going to go for a futuristic, neon, cyberpunk-esque theme for the track, using a lot of end rods and bright lighting to make it more futuristic. However, I ended up changing it later on in the building process, since I thought it looked too generic and I wanted to go for something a bit more unique. As for some of the specific changes made when creating the track, I turned the spectator building at the start of the track into a small shopping mall, to make that section a bit more interesting. For some more changes, I did quite a few Cat Mario statues across the track as well, like at the top of the tower and in the 180-degree turn near the start. I also did some pixel art of Cat Mario and some others to place around the build, and added a lot of lanterns everywhere. Anyway, that's the time lapse finished now. It's time to look at the final build. Thank you very much for watching. Again, if you'd like to keep up with these kind of videos, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.